Hello, folks, and welcome to Kudlow. I'm Larry Kudlow. You know, the House Republicans off to a good start, passing two energy bills that make a lot of sense. 2 weeks ago, they passed the Protecting America's Strategic Petroleum Reserve from China Act. That one had a lopsided bipartisan vote of 331 to 97, and the content is, of course, self-evident. Now, today, just a little while ago, they passed the Strategic Production Response Act, which would tie any SPRO sales to additional oil and gas leasing on federal lands. The vote was closer, but it was 221 to 205. And there are companion bills in the U.S. Senate, and we will be speaking with Senator John Hoeven about them in just a little while. Hopefully, the next step will be a broad-based H.R. 1 permitting bill that'll reopen fracking and pipelining and refining and LNG terminals and all the rest. This is all so important because refined petroleum products permeate virtually every nook and cranny of the American economy. Larger supplies will bring down prices and make it affordable for middle-class working folks. Of course, Joe Biden opposes all this. He's happy to sell SPRO reserves to China. He wants to use this national security tool for short-term gasoline political price manipulation and cares not one whit that we're still 1 million barrels a day short from where we were back in 2019 during the Trump energy independence period. And speaking of Biden opposition to common sense Republican legislation, the president and his allies continue to fearmonger and oppose any spending reduction that might come out of the debt ceiling discussion this summer. He has said he'd meet with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, but they haven't set a date yet. He said that the meeting will not discuss any budget negotiations. In other words, he's stonewalling. But the worst part of this story is Mr. Biden's use of the big lie. I've said this time and time again. He is incapable of truth-telling on the economy, but many other issues as well. Everything he says is remarkably left-wing partisan. He is the non-unifier. He barely acknowledged that Republicans won the House in the last election. But his worst sin of all is his constant harping that the Republicans want to slash Social Security, want to slash Medicare, and want to default on their government debt. This is simply not true. Now look it. I've interviewed House leaders McCarthy and Scalise and asked them directly. Please take a listen. There he goes again. He is saying the House Republicans want to crash into Social Security, Medicare, and you're going to default on the debt. So I'm just going to ask you, is that true?
No, it's not, Larry. And most importantly, Joe Biden knows it's not true, and he keeps saying it because he wants to scare the American people.
They're saying you're going to cut Social Security, you're going to cut Medicare, and you're going to default on the interest payments on the bonds.
None of that is true.
So the Republican House leaders couldn't be any clearer. And yet the president keeps saying it. Chuck Schumer keeps saying it. Hakeem Jeffries keeps saying it. Karine Jean-Pierre keeps saying it. So, all right, just to lighten up a little bit, here's Senator John Kennedy on this subject. Take a listen to this.
President Biden says, my party, I want to gut Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid. And that's just not true. Not even George Santos would make up a whopper like that. And the president knows that.
Okay, good for Senator Kennedy. Now, last night on Sean Hannity's show, I put it this way.
He is on too.
Biden and Schumer and Jeffries, they're all giving us this big lie. Here's the big lie. The Republicans are going to cut into Social Security. The Republicans are going to cut Medicare. The Republicans are going to default on the debt. It is a complete lie. This is what authoritarians do. This is what totalitarians do. They say something that's not true, they keep repeating it, and they hope that somehow it's going to become true. Yes, this tactic is used by authoritarians and dictators since time immemorial. And I'll guarantee you that Mr. Biden's polls, which have already been sinking because of his classified document scandal, will sink even more with this kind of fear-mongering. The crowd that pushed $6 trillion in new spending and borrowing in the last 2 years, the economy in the past year grew by only 1%, with the highest inflation rate in the last 40 years. They can't even consider working with the new Congress to curb overspending and debt creation. The public has way too much common sense. They do not want another bout of inflation. And you know, Steve Scalise said it very well last night on our show. He said Biden's massive increase in social welfare benefits without any work requirements is actually keeping people out of the labor force. And that is actually damaging the big entitlements because you've got fewer people with less resources to support and pay into Social Security and Medicare. It is a brilliant insight by Mr. Scalise. And I'll add one more point. All this big government spending and borrowing and regulating and taxing is continuing the multi-decade trend of stagnant economic growth. The CBO just came out with a new 10-year forecast of 1.5% annual growth that would make the third straight decade of faltering American prosperity. We ought to be growing at a 3% rate, actually a 3.5% rate, as we did for over 50 years after World War II. And if we were on that track, with a greatly limited government, we would be solving all our budget problems and our debt problems. How about $3 of spending cuts for every new dollar of debt? Kevin Hassett has it right. It's just common sense. How about stopping the big lies? Folks, save America. Stop the spending. And that's my riff.